Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to a new video, guys. And today well, we have a good one coming your way. Sorry, I had to check something real quick. But guys, we have a good video coming your way here. I'm gonna be doing the NFL 2026 season to 2027 season early predictions and how I think their season will go. Just based off of now, just a very early predictions. Usually we do these like small videos usually before we start kicking like the crazy stuff going. So we're gonna be basically predicting this tier list here that we have all 32 NFL teams, seeing based off of like the offseason they've had so far. So far, I know we haven't kicked off the draft or anything yet. We're still before the draft. So but for now we're just gonna be doing it early predictions here. And let's get straight into it, man. First team you got the New Orleans Saints. Based off of right now, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the Saints this year, but I'm gonna have to say D tier. I kind of think they can slide up to the C spot real quick. I think Tyler Shook, he had a great ending to the season. He played pretty good. With the receiving core he's had, the team definitely upgraded a bit this offseason, and they still have the draft. So I think the Saints are not gonna be as terrible as people give them credit for. So, I think D tier is going to be the spot for the Saints, honestly. They could honestly slip up to the C tier, but I'm going to keep them at D for now. Man, these ads at the bottom. I'm sorry if there's ads popping up here. I can't really do nothing about that. Minnesota? Ooh. Oh, interesting. Interesting team. I mean, Minnesota is always in, like, not going to lie, the Vikings could easily be up to here. But with their quarterback play, it slides them all the way to, like, mediocre. Like, the Vikings are just, I don't know, bro. I'm going to put them in C tier, honestly, for now. I think what needs to happen, I think they're going to get a better quarterback, obviously. But I just don't know who is going to be. Like, who are they going to go get to be that guy? Because, honestly, this is what this team for the past, like, 3 or 2 years has been just missing that piece. Kirk Cousins wasn't the answer. JJ McCarthy wasn't the answer. Nick Mullins was for sure not the answer. So they need to find someone genuinely to fill in that quarterback spot, because they're literally one quarterback away from being Super Bowl contenders. I mean, if they don't get a quarterback this offseason, you might see Justin Jefferson on a new team next year, not gonna lie. But hey, is what it is. Next up, you got the Rams here. I'm going to put them in S. I mean, I think that the Rams are due for a spectacular season again, obviously. The Rams are still a well-built team. They're gonna have a decent draft. They don't really need many pieces. It's just they just didn't get to have the success last year. I mean, they almost went to the Super Bowl, but Seattle took over that advantage over the Rams, so I think the Rams could definitely make the Super Bowl next year. I honestly think it could be Rams Bengals again, obviously, because both those teams, we'll get into the Bengals, but the Rams, they have the built team. But, the Buccaneers, I'm going to put them in B. Reason why I put them in B is because Emeka Ibuka, I think, is going to take that one wide receiver one's position over Mike Evans. They still have Chris Godwin, obviously. He's a reliable receiver, even though he gets, I don't know if I can say that, because he gets injured a lot. They have Tez Johnson as well. They also got that Big Melon dude from Washington, and he plays solid too. So, honestly, with those pieces, they still got K-Dot too. Bucky, he'll be back for a healthy season. They still got Baker. So, I mean, it's not like this team has nothing on it anymore. It's just, I don't think they're like A or B, or a, not S or A tier to me. Honestly, I feel like the Buccaneers are like an easily 10-win team. They could definitely make the playoffs in their division. But everybody's just got to stay healthy, and I think that's been the Bucks, thing for the past couple years so far. It's just staying healthy and consistent. But the Buccaneers are easy B tier for me. The Giants, ooh. I'm going to put them C. I'm going to put the Giants, honestly, I'm going to put the Giants behind the Vikings. I think the Giants are going to get big. I don't know, actually. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm putting the Giants in B. And this is why. The Giants, dude, they improved a lot this year. Even though, they still have Jackson Dart. They have Cam Scatterboo. They just went crazy in free agency. They signed a whole bunch of dudes. Um, they have Malik Neighbors coming back next year. They have another wide receiver that's really good too, I think, this year. Their defense is still stacked. If the Giants can fix that offensive line just a little more, I think this could be A tier team, you know, because I trust Jackson Dart. So the Giants to me are a B tier team, so I'm gonna put them above the Vikings just because, you know, concern of quarterback. You know, don't know who it's gonna be. So yeah, the Lions. Yeah, they're S tier. I'm not even gonna put them in front of the Rams though. I'm gonna put them behind the Rams. I'm gonna put the Lions behind the Rams. The Lions are still a S tier team, even though they did lose D Monty, which is kind of crazy. Sonic and Knuckles is ruined, man. But you know, they still got Jared Goff, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, you got James Williams, you got Sam Laporta, you got Aiden Hutchinson, you got Jahmyr Gibbs, which is taking over that wide receiver one spot. They did get Pacheco, but I mean Pacheco's mid now ever since that injury. But I think he'll still fill in a little bit. You know, he's not terrible. But Gibbs has obviously taken over that the running back spot there, so I don't think much has changed for Detroit except for the fact that, you know, their division. I mean, they just lost like so many games last year, and I didn't realize. Like, you know, they're still a really good team. Honestly, they probably should be an A tier, but I'm gonna put them in S still because I frick with the Lions. Ooh, the Bears. I gotta put them in A, bro. I ain't gonna lie, the Bears are gonna be really good this year. They're gonna be really good. Ooh, actually, I can't do that. No, I can't put them in A. I forgot they lost so many players. They lost a lot of defensive players. They lost a lot of offensive players too. I don't know how the Bears are gonna look this season. Hopefully, they have a good draft. I mean, that's like their. I mean, they had a good season last year. They, you know, made it to the divisional round, but other than that, I don't know, man. The Bears. Oof. I lost a lot of players. I think I'll take them over the Bucks still, though. But the Bears, man, don't know what's going to happen with that. The Ravens. They got Trey Hendrickson. I'll put them in, I'm putting the Ravens in A tier, even though, like, I just don't like how the Ravens are always, like, the Ravens are always set up for success, but they never end up making it, you know, and this is the first season without John Harbaugh, too, in a long freaking time, so, this might be a different Ravens team. They can either be, like, super good, or they can just go right to B and A tier, you know? The Ravens are still going to be good with Lamar and Henry and Zay Flowers and all that, and Mark Andrews, but, I just don't think the Ravens still have that firepower to make the Super Bowl. They are still an A-tier team, obviously, but I just don't know what's going to happen. It's just Lamar Jackson. Like, is he ever going to take that team, like, farther? I mean, he's took them to one championship game. I mean, that's not enough. But he's lost that game, too. The Eagles. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Eagles are going to be worse this year. Hear me out. A lot of people are going to hate on Jalen Hurts, but give Jalen Hurts his credit. He's still a really good quarterback. This dude's already won. I don't know why people are hating on Jalen Hurts. He's literally won them 2 Super Bowls, man. He could be the new Tom Brady. Y'all could be like, oh, super team. But, guys, honestly, this is going to be an interesting season because we're going to really find out because A.J. Brown is not going to be Eagle. I'm going to tell you that right now. A.J. Brown is gone after this season. I already know it. He's going to go back to, like, Tennessee or something. No, probably not Tennessee. Probably somewhere like the Bills or something like that. Like, generally, I don't think A.J. Brown's going to be an Eagle this year. That's going to drop him down the B tier, obviously. They still have a really good defense, offensive line, but, I mean, they're going to need an extra weapon. Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert's not going to be able to do it all. Saquon, he's going to have a bounce-back season if they're going to be an A-tier team either. Honestly, I'm going to put him in front of the Bears, actually, still. But, yeah, the Eagles, they're going to go B tier for me. Oh, my God, the Raiders, dude. They signed so many players. They didn't lose Max Crosby. Almost did to the Ravens, but dude, the Raiders are actually gonna improve so much this year. I'm actually gonna put them behind the Vikings. They're gonna be still a mid-team. Don't know how they're gonna shape out. Obviously, they're still gonna get Fernando Mendoza, so they're probably gonna lose like the first 3 or 2 games. They're probably gonna start off like 1-4, I would expect. But when Mendoza comes in, maybe they'll win some games. Who knows? You know, the Raiders, it's kind of like you either have a bad season or a good season, and it doesn't matter from there. They signed a whole bunch of players. So I would expect the Raiders to be a lot more better than last year. But, you know, it's the Raiders. So. The Dolphins, finally without Tua. Tua went to the Falcons, bro. Oh, man, Tua. Tua-less Dolphins are going to go in E tier for me. Dolphins, all they have is Achane. Tyreek Hill is not going to want to be here or be there this season. Jalen Waddle's also gone. They traded him to the Broncos. I think Tyreek Hill's gone already, too. Their receiver core is for Malik Washington, and I don't know anybody else. I'm generally being serious. And he's a decent receiver. But yeah, the Dolphins are just so cooked. They did get Malik Willis, but I don't think that's going to change much. You know, even though I think Malik is decent. Packers. I'll put them right here in B tier. They're still a really good team, but the Packers are also another one of the teams. It reminds me of the Ravens. They just cannot get the job done yet. You know, they're spending a lot of time trying to get the job done. They're not able to. You know, they lost to the Bears last year in the playoffs. How do you lose to the Bears, man? I thought the Packers were supposed to own the Bears, man. Matter of fact, they're going behind the Bucks. But yeah, the Packers, man. I don't know. I mean, they're a good team still, but they have to do something. I mean, they got to make a change or something, man. Because they're not getting the success in the playoffs. Oh, the Commanders. Oh man, this is tricky. This is tricky. I'm gonna put them in A. I'm gonna put them behind the Ravens, bro. Listen, the Commanders are gonna have JD back. They have Deebo Samuel. They had Terry. They're gonna get better. They got some defensive players. I think their biggest weakness was just Jaden Daniels getting hurt for one. Two, their defense. You know, bunch of old freaking players. They need some young bucks back there. I think the Commanders will be back to an A tier team this year. This might be a little bit of glaze. This might be a little too high for them, which I would not. I'm probably gonna get flamed for this one, but the Commanders, you know, I think they're still gonna be a really freaking good team if they get their stuff fixed, you know. Oh boy, Cardinals. F tier, man. I mean, they just lost their entire team. Well, no. We'll put them in D. No, I'll put them above the Dolphins. I mean, they lost Kyler Murray. You lost, what's his name? Other than that, I mean, the Cardinals are just identical, or non-identical, or they don't have an identity yet. Also, real quick, I just realized Kyler Murray, ever since, I forgot Kyler Murray's actually going to be starting for the Vikings this year, so this is going to bump it up a little bit. I'm going to bump the Vikings over the Packers. My bad. I kind of forgot Kyler Murray was on the team, so I apologize for putting the Vikings in C tier. I forgot. I think Kyler Murray... you all know... If y'all know, I like Kyler Murray. So, you know, I'm going to put him in B tier too. Because I think that actually will do a lot for the Vikings, honestly. Because the Vikings don't have really that good of a run game. And Kyler Murray, you know, he's a runner. Just got to see if he can throw the freaking ball, you know. And if he can stay healthy. And then I think they can easily be an S or A tier with him under center. But yeah, Cardinals anyways. Back to the Cardinals. I mean, they got Trey McBride, Michael Wilson, and Marvin Harrison. I mean, that's just not going to be enough, though. You need a quarterback. Who is their quarterback going to be? Who the frick knows? Pittsburgh. They're going to be in the top of E tier. They're not going to be good this year, guys. This is going to be the first time they're going to have a losing record. They're going to be like 7-10 or 6-11. Because the Steelers, bro, they have no quarterback right now. Aaron Rodgers, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to stay with the Steelers, if he does even stay in the NFL. If he does, that's just going to make it worse on the Steelers, because he is not going to be the answer. They have any offense. Like, they have DK, and that's it, and he even did not that much last year, so, I mean, like, the Steelers are just cooked. Their defense is good, though. Offensive line is alright, but other than that, yeah, the Steelers they just need a better offense. Their offense is not going to be pushing it. The Falcons. Who the frick is starting for the Falcons, by the way? Is it Tua or Michael Penix? Because I don't even know. Are they battling for the quarterback spot? Either way, I just don't know about the Falcons. I'll put them above the Raiders, but the Falcons, man, they're just mid. Like, I don't know, bro. If Tua starts, that means they're just going to be mid. If Michael Penix starts, that means they're going to be mid too. It's like one of the quarterbacks had to make a big step. Maybe Tua can do it, honestly. Maybe Tua on the Falcons will, make magic happen. Maybe he will take them to the freaking playoffs, man. Maybe, you never know. Seahawks, give me S tier. Went to the Super Bowl, proved me wrong. I'm so sorry, Seattle fans. I'm gonna put them behind the Rams. Um, actually, that's a little bit glazed, but I'm gonna put them in S tier because, yeah, I think the Rams or Seahawks, they won the Super Bowl, so they proved me wrong. I was hating on them all year last year, and they proved me wrong. The Patriots, another S tier team. I'm gonna put them in front of the Lions now. Yeah, the Patriots though, and they lost the Super Bowl, but Drake May, he gonna be coming back for revenge, bro. That team on the Patriots was crazy. I mean, no Stephon Diggs though. They need a veteran on their wide receiver core now. But honestly, they'll probably get themselves a wide receiver in the draft this year, and the Patriots will be back in the playoffs. It's kind of crazy. The Browns, put them in D tier. I don't know how to feel about the Browns. I think they're gonna be a little bit better than the Steelers, though. I'm not gonna lie. Matter of fact, we'll bump the Steelers right here. But yeah, the Browns. I don't know how to feel about the Browns, man. I really don't know how to feel about the Browns because the Browns, Shooter Sanders. Nah, I gotta put. I mean, it's like their wide receiver core is also messed up. They have Quinshon Judkins though. Shedeur Sanders is still like, this is his second year. He doesn't really have anybody to throw to except Fannin. And I mean they do have a god defense, but it's just like their freaking offense. I don't know how that's gonna function. Like they need wide receivers bad, The Texans. Honestly, hear me out. Texans over Commanders. I'm gonna put the Texans in A tier. Their defense was freaking good last year. I mean, did you see what they did to the Steelers in the playoffs? I mean, that was unreal. That second half, oh my goodness. Yeah, that Texans defense is gonna be really freaking good next year. It's just their receiver. Like honestly, if Tank Dell stays healthy, then their offense will be a lot more better. But since he was here and C.J. Stroud had a up and down year, they couldn't get really past the Patriots. So I think the Texans should get another offensive weapon because Tank Dell gets hurt a lot. Dalton Schultz is decent, obviously, but yeah, Texans get another wide receiver. I feel like they'll be like an S tier team, and C.J. Stroud needs to have a better season. The Chiefs, another team that's lost a lot of players, and they also missed the playoffs last year. Mahomes is recovering from injury. They got Travis Kelce back. This team, I'm not even gonna lie with you, bro. Like, they're going to be good. But I just don't know how good. I'm going to put them below the Packers. I'm going to put the Chiefs in B tier. I don't know how to feel about the Chiefs, honestly. I mean, their offense is decent to me. But, they lost so many players. Who knows? I mean, the Chiefs, I feel like, even if they're, kind of down bad right now, I still see them as, a good team. I mean, with Mahomes at center, they're going to be a good team anyways. The Niners. Mike Evans is on the 49ers. They were injured all year. They're going to get healthier. They're going to get better. That's an A-tier team right there. Okay, whoa. Yeah, I'm putting the 49ers above the Commanders as well. 49ers are a lot more better than they were last year. They have CMC still. He was crazy last year. Yeah, the 49ers, if they were injured all year last year and they still got 12 wins, what's stopping them from doing it again, 49ers, they're going to be back in the playoffs. Obviously they did fall in the divisional round, but, Cowboys. Well, considering they're going to be drafting all defense, I think the Cowboys are going to be really good, too, this year. I honestly think they're going to be better than the Eagles. I think the CD Lamb and George Pickens, I'm going to put them, matter of fact, we're moving them down here. Yeah, we're putting the Commanders down. Nah, Cowboys, I'm putting them in A tier. Their offense is really freaking good, though. I mean, y'all can hate on Dak Prescott and stuff, but dude, generally their offense is super good. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, what was their tight end's name again? Their tight end's decent. You got Toller at 3. Javonte Williams was freaking amazing last year. You see how he played last year? I mean, if we see that same Cowboys team last year, and with the defense, though, honestly, I think the Cowboys are going to be reaching like 11 to 12 wins. So I'm putting them in A tier. Because I think the Cowboys are going to be really good. The Bengals, my Bengals, man. Ooh, I'm putting them right here. I was going to put them on top of the S tier. I think that'd be way too cocky of me. Nah, I'm going to stay humble with the Bengals. I'm going to stay a little bit humble. I'm going to put them at below S tier. Because their offense, amazing. Joe Burrow, you gotta stay healthy, bro. Offensive line needs to get better because I blame the offensive line for last year because they got Joe Burrow hurt. Even though, I mean, he got turf toe. I mean, that's just kind of stupid, bro. Like, how does that even happen? Nah, Burrow. I think Burrow will stay healthy this year. Um, Defense just got a whole lot better. We signed a whole bunch of free agents. You already know. Hopefully, we have a decent draft at least. We usually don't have the best drafts of recent, but that offense is amazing still. Chase Brown is good. I mean, frick, we had Joe Flacco, you seen, well, I mean, he didn't get that many wins, but their offense still was, like, functioning under him. You know, it wasn't, like, putrid, even though there was Jake Browning kind of ruined this team a little bit, not gonna lie, I feel like, last year. But we can't put it all on him. The Jets. I think that's going to be the only F tier team here. I mean, the Jets. What do you have? Didn't Breece Hall leave? Oh yeah, Kansas City did sign a running back. Who was it? Who was that running back? I forgot who they signed. Man, I forgot. They signed a really good running back, I think. Oh, no, it wasn't Devontae. It wasn't Montgomery. No, who was it? Okay, anyways. Was it Breece Hall? Did Breece Hall go to the Chiefs? Never mind, he did not go to the Chiefs. Well, yeah. I mean, the Jets still. They're Jets. I mean, there's no rebuilding there right now. They're not going to be. If anything, they'd be probably best at E tier, but they're going to be an F for this. Chargers. Chargers. I think they'll be a good team. I'll put them in B tier. They just don't have the playoff success, you know. So I mean, the Chargers. Who knows what happens to the Chargers? You know, the Chargers are the Chargers. They always charger something. So we're not gonna put all of our trust into the Chargers. So we'll put them at B tier. I would love to put them in A tier, but the Chargers, they don't, like, their offense is like all right, I guess, but like everything's all right with Chargers. It's just like their division's a little tougher because they got to deal with the Chiefs and Broncos, and then the Raiders just got a little bit better. Don't know what they're going to do. I think the Chargers really need another wide receiver one, though, honestly. Ladd McConkey, I feel like, is a very, 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 very good, too. But he's just, I mean, I'm not to hate on Ladd McConkey. I like Ladd McConkey. But I feel like he's not a wide receiver one to me, in my opinion. He's really good, though. The Panthers. This team made the playoffs at 8 wins. I mean, I put them at the top of C. I mean, I just don't know about the Panthers quite yet. Is Bryce Young going to have, like, those type of games? Ted McMillan was really good last year, though. I might, you know what? I'm putting him in below B tier. Ted McMillan was really good last year. The defense was all right, I guess. Offensive line. You know, the Panthers are still trying to really figure it out. So, let them have a good draft and see what they do, is what I would say. Or we'll see if they can have a good draft, you know. Titans. They still have no wide receivers, bro. No wide receivers. I'm gonna put them at below D tier. The Titans, you know, they're still rebuilding. I mean, their offense was nothing. I mean, it was horrendous. You had some guy named Chamir Dyke catching balls, bro. Like, what was that? Tony Pollard did absolutely nothing either last year. He's washed now. I just don't know how to feel about the Titans. I like Cam Ward, though. He honestly performed with the team that he performed last year. Hear me out. He performed really good. With the team he was dealing with last year, yeah, that's got to be studied. Colts. Colts. Ooh, Daniel Jones. Colts. Daniel Jones. I'll put him right here. No. I'll put him right here. Below the Vikings. I think the Colts are going to be good. I just don't know. I mean, Daniel... Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to put him above the Chargers. Above the Bears. I think Colts can be really good still. The Colts, to me, though, I just... Like, Daniel Jones... I like Daniel Jones. Honestly, maybe it could be just, like, he was in a bad organization with the Giants. But also, like... I mean, he did take the Giants to playoffs once. He got... The reason why they even missed the playoffs last year is because he got injured, and they barely won any games after that. I think they won, like, 2 games after he got injured. Like, generally. So, I mean, the Colts, Daniel Jones, unfortunate injury. Hopefully he comes back strong. Jonathan Taylor was balling out last year, too. They did sign Alec Pierce back. So, I mean, the Colts, I still see them as a really good team. Once again. The Jaguars, man, they were good last year, too. I'm going to put them in A tier, honestly. Hear me out. I think the Jaguars could be a very good team again. Trevor Lawrence. I feel like this is going to be the year where Trevor Lawrence actually shows he can make the play. I think he's going to he's going to try to push for a playoff run. Hear me out. I think he's going to try to push for a divisional playoff run, which is like, I think he'll make the divisional round at least this year. Because this team, BTJ, Travis Hunter, Jacoby Myers you got on there now. I think Tootin is probably going to start running back 1, which that'll be interesting. I do like Tootin, though. But Brendan Strange, too, is going to be there. I think the Jaguars actually have a good team around them, you know. They're going to be moving to Orlando, too, fun fact. But, yeah. The Broncos. Another one of those teams, bro. I'll put them at the top of A tier. The Broncos had an unfortunate end to their season where they made the championship game and then lost because... Well, y'all know what happened with that. Yeah, Bo Nix got injured and are near the end of the game, which is really unfortunate too, because that was the end of the game, dude. He could have made it out, and then the Broncos had an ugly game against the Patriots and lost. Almost had a chance with Jarrett Stidham, but you know, Broncos. I'll put you right there for now. And the Bills. They're still an S tier. I mean, I'm going to put them below the Bengals, honestly. It's just like, they got DJ Moore, which I think he's going to be wide receiver 1 this year. Obviously, you got Dalton Kincaid, you got Josh Allen, James Cook. You know, you got that offense now back in control of things. You have weapons all over the place now. But it's just like, I don't really know what, like, the Bills making, like, the Bills playoff. Bro, the Bills playoff stuff is like insane, bro. They got I think they got scammed against the Broncos last year, not gonna lie. That game, with the penalties, bro, like 3 straight penalties. Even though like 2 of those are right, or I can't really think straight. I can't remember if like most of those are right or not. But all I know is that the Bills got scammed last year, not gonna lie, from the Broncos. In the refs, because yeah, the refs roughed that game really bad to me, in my opinion. But guys, this is the end of my tier list. Let me know what y'all think. Actually, I'm gonna make some changes here. I'm gonna put the Falcons around the Panthers, and I'm gonna put that right there. Yeah. So let me know what you guys think about this tier list. I think this is my early prediction. Obviously, we'll be doing a late prediction in like June, July, after the draft and, you know, rest of the off season gets done and over with. But guys, let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and we'll see y'all in the next video, which we should be having a gaming video out next. So, but yeah, guys, peace out, and see y'all next video. Peace out.